Last video kind of cut out around the 10-minute mark. Yeah, ran out of memory, so had to put in another memory card. Thank God I have an extra one with me. Have even another one after this. I have a feeling I'm going to be shooting a lot of video today. So I'm just a few feet from where I left off along this little trail extension here. There's a little Audubon's cottontail kicking it over there. Of course, right after the video went out, naturally. I'll have to get my wildlife shots. But, so we're here, basically near the next neighborhood access point, which is lush with cultivated Torrey pines, mixed in with these wild Torrey pines. So I'm up here at this little spot and found a Catalina cherry. This is a subspecies of hollyleaf cherry. This is Prunus ilicifolia subspecies lyonii. Used to be just known as Prunus lyonii. The leaves are bigger than on the hollyleaf cherry, and plants sometimes get much taller. I think on Catalina Island they get to at least 40 feet tall occasionally. I've seen them maybe about 20 feet tall here, and you will find them sometimes here in Southern California's mainland too. It's mostly Channel Islands shrubs / small tree. But yeah, that's a Catalina cherry right there. Very closely related to hollyleaf cherry. See, hollyleaf cherry is Prunus ilicifolia subspecies ilicifolia. Well, that is Prunus ilicifolia subspecies lyonii. Sometimes you'll find them. You'll find one. Most of them, I assume, might be escapes from cultivation, because they are cultivated sometimes. But I do think they do have native / natural ones too. I think they're found here on the San Diego County coast, and I've even seen them in Powder Canyon. Not anywhere where I filmed yet, but I've seen them over there too. There's a little use trail over here. It doesn't seem to be locked or blocked off. So, yeah, Catalina cherry. Leaves are longer, larger, not as prickly. Oh, yeah, this is an actual trail. So those wanting a conifer fix, you'll get it here. These Torrey pines are beautiful. Trying to see how far this goes. I'm kind of in it for the long haul. Need to get some miles in. I know 2 weeks ago I shot a huge amount of video. Last week I didn't shoot anything. Let's see what's up here. Okay, this is that woodland area I was talking about. Oh, it looks like we're near another access point. Oh, but this is a beautiful Torrey pine woodland here. Densely packed trees. Almost want to call it a forest, but technically it's a woodland. And then look at this. Ceanothus verrucosus. Those little warty stipules there. I wish I would have come out this way back in January. Got a spotlight on that one. Here's an old black sage. Look at that. Great furrowed bark. I don't think I've ever walked over here before. The other times I was here. There's a lot of Mojave yucca over here. I'm liking that. A lot more of that rock rose plant. So yeah, I think it's Crocanthamum scoparium. It used to be Helianthemum scoparium, but I think the name changed. So let's see where this heads. Doesn't seem to be cordoned off or blocked off by any signs or anything. It probably just leads down to a street. Beautiful over here. Wow. Ooh, time for a little bushwhacking. Oh yeah, just leads off probably over to that little street right there. But I'm not going to go any further like this way, because that might not be appropriate. Like I said, I have a lot of respect for this reserve and try to do my best to do the right thing when I'm out here. Ooh, look at this prickly pear. Ooh, yeah. Now look at that. Pads break off a lot of times. Animals running through. Sometimes people might bump into it and knock a pad off. You can tell this one's taking root because there's a new pad developing on it. So you can knock them off. That's how most of these plants actually propagate in the wild, is by pads knocking off and rooting in the soil. Wow. Cool little spot here. I like this. I like it very much. Love this little Torrey pine woodland over here. That actually looks pretty similar to what I remember. A lot of vigorous ones here. I said, away from the spray of the ocean, these can get at least to 60-70 feet tall. There's another subspecies of Torrey pine found on Santa Rosa Island called subspecies insularis, and there's a record-sized Torrey pine there in Carpinteria, Santa Barbara County, that's almost 150 feet tall. It's a cultivated one, not surprising, but it's the Santa Rosa Island Torrey pine, subspecies insularis. I think it's about 145 feet or so. So it's possible for these trees to get pretty large. I've seen pictures of it, and it's kind of like what you would stereotype as a Torrey pine growing away from the ocean. Broad crown, broad rounded crown. I don't know if this is an actual trail. But yeah, you can see where the DAR trail kind of goes back up towards the ridge. Absolutely beautiful over here. Kind of a nice little secluded spot. And that sea breeze feels incredibly nice because I'm a little sweaty. You know, it's balmy. I'd say it's probably in the low 60s. Probably not going to change much during the course of the day. Temperature wise, it's probably going to stay pretty steady, maybe go up to about 65-ish. I think it's the forecasted high, like 64, 65. But see that hill over there, that ridge, that's the main part of the reserve. That's the main portion of Torrey Pines Reserve. That's where you see a lot more of the wind-swept trees that take on those picturesque, almost natural bonsai shapes that are all swept backwards. Of course, you get in these little canyons and ravines over there too, where they do get much taller and larger and heftier. But see, we have basically, this is basically San Diego's version of, I can't really say closed cone conifer woodland, because these trees are not strictly closed cone trees. Their cones do open slowly over the course of time. And I mean, one of my previous clips, you saw me walk by one and the cone was completely open. They don't really require the heat of fire to burst open. I'm sure it would help, but I think I'm going to start heading back. I'm going to try to find the trail that goes way on the other side of the reserve. Try to see if I can get up to that ridge line like I was trying to do earlier. I was going to try to do that first and then come this way. But, okay, well, got to see an area I've seen before, but also parts of it that I didn't. I just got to see if I can find where the trail is. I think I'm just going to go follow it back up to where I came from. Well, that's going to end it for this clip. When I get across to some new territory on the other side, I'll check in with some more video footage. In the meanwhile, I might try to find a spotlight area to get into a spotlight video maybe. Alright, I'll see you on the next clip. Thanks for watching thus far.